Tesla has just done something that you need to know about, especially if you're a shareholder, if you're thinking about being a shareholder. I need to bring you back to this because this is a good reminder. This is a wake-up call to the market that Tesla is not just a car company, that they're playing chess when others are playing checkers. And I mean that literally, not in a let's just spruik up the YouTube video. It's actually true. It's fundamentally true, mathematically and logically. And if people continue to ignore what's going on, then frankly, that is not very smart. Tesla's new Magic Dock, in conjunction with the fact that it's opening up its entire network of gasoline stations all over the world, and you get what I mean, right? Yeah, you'll see what I mean in a second. Means Tesla has access to literally hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars, virtually for nothing, virtually for free. We're talking margins that we're not seeing in any industry anywhere in the world. Looks like it's finally here. Finally, it's here. And this is actually, opposed to what some people are saying, it's actually really, really good news. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. Great to see you. My name's Sam Evans. Thank you for your support over the past 2 days, 3 days, past year and a half, 2 years since we started the channel, but in particular to all of those of you who have donated to my GoFundMe campaign, which is to raise money for my wife's cancer treatments, stage 4 cancer. So many of you have supported and donated. I just can't believe it. It's been amazing. Thank you so much. If you'd like to, I'll put a link to our GoFundMe campaign in the description below. My friends, Tesla has the most insane supercharger network anywhere in the world. There is just nothing that compares to it. And before a few months ago, only people with a Tesla could use it. Now that probably sounds like a good thing for Tesla owners, and it was, and it still is. And now that Tesla are opening it up to other cars, some Tesla owners feel like this is possibly going to affect them negatively. And I think that's definitely very possible in a short time period. I think eventually what will happen is it'll be like Tesla will become the new ExxonMobil, the new whatever the most ubiquitous gasoline chains are in your country, that will become Tesla. One of the key reasons that I believe that is because Tesla have a significant advantage over the competition. I mean, I don't think people have really made this point enough. And I've shared this with a lot of people, a lot of friends that I know, local friends, had this discussion with them to say, hey, you realize that Tesla's cost to build its superchargers are just way lower than everyone. There's no one that I'm aware of that's making these supercharger stalls at Tesla's prices. But at the same time, the fact that they're taking it to a whole new level, removing energy from the grid, creating their own energy from solar as well, but removing energy from the grid, putting it into their massive grid scale batteries, which they're putting underneath their supercharger networks, taking energy out of the grid when it's cheap at like 2, 3, 4 a.m. in the morning, or basically when people don't need it, might be 11 o'clock in the daytime when there's too much sun in some countries in the world, then putting that energy into the battery, selling that energy in the big battery, and I'm talking massive battery packs here, to customers when it is expensive at probably 20 to 30 times more than they paid for that. Imagine if you could do that with gasoline, right? Imagine if gas stations, service stations as we call them here in Australia, imagine if they could sell at 20 times margin. Imagine their margins were 5,000%. That's the kind of margins we're talking about here. This is ridiculous. So realistically, I understand why Tesla owners feel like this isn't really fair, because they think, well, I bought a Tesla and I bought it under the impression that the supercharger network was the benefit that we would get, others wouldn't get it. But the thing is, I honestly think it will actually increase the amount of superchargers that will be available to you massively. Tesla will roll them out at a faster rate than ever before once more people are using them. That's just what you do. So yeah, there will be downsides, but there will be pros to it as well. Now we know that Tesla's Magic adapters are about to be released. Well, that's going to change everything. Tesla has actually leaked the Magic Dock CCS adapter ahead of its opening the supercharger network in the United States. Now, after opening its supercharger network in Europe last year and saying it would do the same in North America by the end of last year, well, I was a little bit surprised when that didn't happen. But the reason was, well, there's a very good reason for it. I mean, it's sort of a tricky scenario. It's not easy in Europe because the chargers in Europe are different to the ones in North America. And we don't know exactly when this release will happen, but apparently it is looking to be imminent based on what we've just seen. Unlike in Europe, where Tesla already has the CCS connector, Tesla will have a more difficult time opening the Supercharger network in the United States, in North America, Canada, because it uses its own proprietary connector in those countries. That proprietary connector, I think the market in general believes works better than CCS. That's pretty much what everyone says. It is like the next generation of CCS, or maybe generation 5 of CCS. Everyone says it's better, but unfortunately, the market has accepted CCS as being pretty much the standard. That ship has sailed. Unfortunately, the market didn't have the opportunity, or just hasn't gone with the Tesla connectors as the standard. I guess because it was proprietary, that would make sense. Now, the move to open source its connector in an attempt to make it the new North American standard was revealed by Tesla last year. But Tesla's plan is still to offer a CCS adapter at its charging stations to support non-Tesla electric vehicles. Now, though, Tesla has leaked a solution to its latest mobile app update that includes an updated render of their Supercharger stall. And this is interesting because the Magic Dock is a CCS adapter that serves as the new Tesla connector dock when you don't need CCS. In other words, it's for Tesla owners. This basically means that for people who want to buy a different car that's not a Tesla, well, you could potentially have access to chargers in many places where there just aren't chargers, right, for the competition. There are many locations around North America where you just wouldn't drive your electric car unless you had a Tesla. That's going to change now. For non-Tesla EV owners, you can unlock both, and you can use the Supercharger with the CCS adapter. So this is what this is all about. Tesla basically saying the solution is here. Now, non-Tesla owners have a solution to charging their non-Tesla vehicle at our Superchargers in North America. Further evidence of the imminent launch includes people spotting CCS compatibility being listed at some Supercharger stations, including at Tesla's Hawthorne Supercharger station in Los Angeles. Now, Hayden Sawyer tweeted that on Tesla's Superchargers in Hawthorne, it actually says there that they are compatible now with CCS. So what you can do, you can check your local Superchargers, says Electric, to see if Tesla's Magic Dock has appeared there. If it has, well, you can use it. Maybe. Soon. Anyway, at some point soon. Now, although this might look a bit negative, if you own Tesla stock, it's not. This is going to be a profit driver for Tesla. Tesla's just saying, you know what? We sell gasoline. We sell electricity, right? We're opening this up. We're going to bring in twice as many customers. 3 times. Maybe 10 times by 2030. Globally, I'm talking about here. There's many countries where, Tesla doesn't dominate in the same way it does in North America. Many countries where Tesla's EV market share might be 20%, and that's a good figure. That's a really good. They're not going to have the ridiculous, insanely, high 64 plus 70% EV market share they have in the US, but that's fine. 20% is still unreal. But imagine you can access all that 100% EV market, right? Drive them to your stations, get them to pay for snacks like they do at a gasoline station, get them to do all kinds of things, right? Have a meal, buy a new adapter, and you're actually selling them electricity. You bought from the grid at 1 a.m. in the morning for 5 cents. You can sell it to them for $1. That, my friends, is massive profitability. And if you were to try and tell me that that means Tesla is just a car company, then you're simply a fool. You tell me which car company in the world owns more than 50,000 gasoline stations. Oh, wait, I've Googled it. None of them do. My friends, Seeking Alpha are idiots. They just ignore what's happening, even though it's right in front of their faces. Tesla stock price right now is such an unbelievable opportunity. If I had the money and I wasn't paying for these massive medical bills, I'd be jumping in. That's just my 2 cents. Thanks for watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below.